Today marks the day that the original Star Wars trilogy comes to DVD again. After years of suffering, the original, unaltered Han shoots first version is back, but there's a catch. It's not remastered, and you have to buy the old DVDs all over again. Does George Lucas hate his fans? Fire up your land speeder, folks. It's time for The Loop. Editor for DigitalBits.com, Bill Hunt, from San Francisco, California columnist for Wired News, Lore Sjoberg, and co-owner of TheForce.net, Josh Griffin. Gentlemen, welcome to The Loop. Bill, I want to start with you here, sir, because when I checked the statistic, I believe the Star Wars DVDs, or the Star Wars movies, rather, have been released in some form. I think it's 372,000 times. Give or take, some fan versions. Should we care? I mean, are you excited for this new release?
Well, look, there's nobody who would be as excited about these original versions being available on DVD as I would. The problem is this. Look, it's a 2-disc set for $24.99 or whatever it is. Here's what you get. Disc 1 of this set is the exact same DVD that was released last year and released the year before that. So if you're a self-respecting Star Wars fan, you've already got that. The reason you're buying it is for the original version. And the problem with this is, this was the last transfer that was done of this. The one that they used for this DVD is the same one that was done in 1993 for a previous Laserdisc set. Now, the reality is in 10, 15 years, technology has moved on quite a bit. And they're basically, there are bootleg DVDs that you can buy on eBay for $5 that look as good as this.
All right, now, Bill, I hear your point there, but Laura, I mean, some people are saying, hey, look, we've asked for these versions, they're getting them. Will fans ever be satisfied, or is there always going to be a problem with it because it's not the original version that they saw, and it doesn't have the same stench of the theater? I mean...
Well, here's what I think. I think that eventually they're going to develop the technology to make a version of the movie that actually transforms you back into an 8-year-old so that you can enjoy the movie the same way you did in the theater. With
the nostalgic edition.
Exactly, the joy and the wonderment. But until we get to that point, people are going to keep buying whatever George Lucas spurts out in order to try and recapture that feeling.
Guys, I think you're missing the point here. I appreciate that, Lore, but really what we're talking about here is the original Star Wars films finally coming to DVD. I mean, nothing else Star Wars is going on right now. There's no movies. The TV show's not here yet. Why not go back in time? I mean, literally almost 30 years and bring back these movies from the past.
But the quality of these releases isn't even standard DVD quality. That's the problem. This is Laserdisc
Guys,
quality.
That's the point. I mean, that's the whole idea here. We're going back to when I was 3 years old, and now they're marketing this to parents, and I'm a parent now. I've got a 3-year-old son. I want to take him back to those original films and have him transported to a galaxy far, far away, just like I was. It's classic Star Wars.
But isn't it the movie experience that does that?
When they released like the remixed versions, these remastered versions, all the fans said, hey, man, well, now we've got to go back to Laserdisc because that's where it's at. Exactly. And now that they're getting the Laserdisc versions, they're still upset. Can you ever make the Star Wars fans happy? I mean, you tell me, Bill and Laura and even Josh, what do they need to be appeased?
Well, they're going to try again next year because next year is the 30th anniversary of the original Star Wars. And does anybody watching this show think that Lucasfilm isn't going to come back for that anniversary and release a super uber box set of all of the films?
Supposedly there's going to be a 3D version to commemorate the anniversary. But now, will that be blasphemous as well, or are we excited for that one?
Oh, I think that might be fun. That might be fun. I mean, it's certainly going to add some freshness to the experience, but it's not going to change. The bottom line is these films are what they are.
I think you're missing the whole point, though. This is really directed towards the audience. I mean, the release that's going to come out next year is going to be this big $200 set, probably. And the average fan isn't even going to care about, average family is not even going to care about that. This is the family release, and let the fans have whatever next year. This is all about going back in a day to moms and dads who enjoyed Star Wars when they were 5, and now they've got 5-year-olds. Guys, this is what Star Wars is all about.
Come on, the family release happened last year and it happened the year before that. I mean, these things, it's 3 years in a row these movies have been out.
I want to hear what Laura thinks here, because let's hear it.
They're not going to make the fans happy because there's no money in making the fans happy. A happy fan has what he needs. These people are going to sell you whatever you're going to take. They will kill the goose that laid the golden egg. They will cook it. They will eat it, and they will sell the bones on eBay.
Listen,
as long as you're willing to pass them the money,
And the reality is, look, Star Trek is a perfect example of a franchise that has been like too much product and milk, kind of milked to the bone.
You're killing me, Bill.
Come on, you got to be careful. This is Star Wars, and you can go to the well one too many times, I think.
So if George were to go back and clean up the original versions and remaster those and give you the Dolby 5.1 that you want, then would the fans finally stop with the petitions, do you think?
I think they would, absolutely. I mean, all we're asking for is, I think, quality that is just a standard level of DVD quality. It's not some kind of sparkly unobtainium technology. We're not asking for, to have more effects tweaks done. Just, deliver decent quality compared to what the format is capable of.
Don't you think that's what we're going for, though? We want film grains, we want bad focuses, we want the old special effects.
Well, there's a difference between film grain and just decent DVD resolution.
If there's one thing I've learned, nobody is ever going to be happy when it comes to Star Wars. And despite all this, you know that when the high def and the Blu-ray DVDs come out, something else is going to get changed, and we're going to have this discussion all over again. So we're going to wrap this one up for now. But thanks to our guests, Bill, Josh, and Laura, for keeping us in the loop.